Hi, I'm Dr. Jo'Anne Langham, and we'll be talking about the Discover phase of the DIE methodology. Discover, which is about observing and analysing a range of people, services, products and experiences, is the first phase of the DIE model. This is also considered primarily to be user research. You cannot create a human-centred design or solution without knowing why you're building the service, experience, application or website, and for whom. This phase involves observing users, participants, and others involved in the context of use. Why do we do this? We want to understand a range of things that will impact the effectiveness of the design, such as the context, reality, failure, culture, emotions, and behaviour. These things will help us deal with the reality of designing for humans. The first step is to observe users in context through field studies. When we cannot use field studies or contextual inquiries, we run conceptual user walkthroughs in design groups with target users using activity scenarios to envision a future that doesn't yet exist. The sorts of things that we look for and gather data on include language, behaviour, attitudes, values, habits, relationships, props, tools, accidents, errors, interference, the process, emotions, norms, and identity. What do these things tell us? Well, as funny as this may seem, this is exactly what happens in many designs. When the people creating the designs, whether they be for a product, a space, or a service, don't understand the context of use, what is important, and the intended experience. Design uses many techniques to understand and research the users and the important parts of the experience that we are creating. There are techniques that might be quantitative, qualitative, a mixture of the two, or experimental. A powerful technique that I highly recommend is contextual inquiries, field studies, or observations. It is important to observe behaviour, as you will see and hear things that may not be apparent to the user. You should always try to conduct some form of observational research to understand how and where the user will put your design into action. This is particularly important when working with many users or participant groups. Other techniques include focus groups, which are used for debate, opinion, and generating discussion. Interviews, used for narrative, deep understanding of perceptions and attitudes. Shadowing, which is used for understanding and mapping behaviour, sequencing, and understanding interactions. Surveys, which is used for quantifying what we know, understanding the generalisability of attitudes, values, and behaviours to a population. Experiments are used for understanding causal relationships, controlling for outside factors, testing concepts, interventions, and strategies. Journaling or self-recording is used for tracking thoughts, attitudes, and activities. When conducting these activities, you will use a number of tools, such as recording devices, notes, and photographic equipment. However, remember the most important tools that you have are your ability to listen and hear what is being said, and also what is not being said. Try to feel and experience the emotion and the atmosphere of the situation and see everything that is happening. Try not to get lost in the activities and events, but remember that you are a researcher trying to collect data for understanding and for design. 2 notes of caution. Firstly, you are not your user. Users are experts in what they do. They also rarely think about design issues. Do not fall into the trap of thinking that just because you think something should operate in a particular way, that all users will think that way. In fact, you may not even be a target user, even though you may think you are. Be open to the idea that real users may think completely differently to the way that you think. And secondly, do not ask users to design. Users cannot tell you what the design solution will be. They may give you insights for how it could be solved for them personally, but people are terrible at understanding and assessing their own ability or expertise. You will need to do this work for yourself.